Oh, hello. I've got a few items today, all over the place, but we got to take what we can get. If you like reseller content, you like toy content, uh, like, subscribe, comment, please, and thank you. We have three items today that we're going to go over. So we will start with the bus. Jazwares Battle Bus. This is from Fortnite. So saw that this was actually the balloon, which is off frame now. Was blown up in the store. I deflated that. But interestingly enough, you talk about with old toys. At any rate, you talk about pain points, which are things that are going to break on old toys. And if you have one without that broken, it tends to be quite a bit more valuable. I imagine this balloon does not typically survive. It is fairly thick. It's like an inflatable pool toy more than a balloon. But even so, you're a kid, you're playing with a toy. It's going to be the thing that goes. Also, like a little like TV antenna thing here. It's on there, but you can definitely see this stuff getting clipped and broken. With that said, I've been looking at it and I don't see anything missing. Nothing really out of whack. This, I'm not familiar. I don't play Fortnite, so I'm not really familiar with what this is and why it exists. It's got a boot on the bus. That's a nice touch. Battle bus on the back. I don't know if this opens. Yep, it does. I don't know what would go in here. This feels like it opens too. Oh, okay. Try not to break this thing with my ham hands here. So that comes out. Backside. I'm in here. Oh, okay. You just have to press down. So it unfolds like that. All the figures I've seen for Fortnite would not fit in here. They're actually usually 7 or 8 inches tall. Like seated, it just wouldn't work. So I don't know if there was ever an accompaniment for this. I kind of don't think so. Pretty dirty. It was clearly stuck in a basement or an attic. Nothing looks to be missing. No, hold it up here. If it's a pullback, it doesn't have an action that implies it was meant to actually be played with as a vehicle. Which is to say, it really doesn't roll well at all. The wheels are like the wheels spin independently of each other. There's no axle. There's no tread. I think this is more meant to be a base or a decorative piece, more than a toy. I don't know what the price point was when it came out. So it's a 2018. Oh. Okay. I don't know what this does, but there's a switch. Let's see if we can crack this open. I didn't notice that in the store. I just thought it was a toy. But that's some kind of feature on it here. If I can get it open. Oh, alright, and that's what I like to see. No batteries inside. Because then you know nothing exploded inside. Okay. Didn't see a button. Oh, okay. So the button is the V here. And this one on the back too, but that's not actually a button. Speakers up top. It's got like a disco light inside. Oh, it's a disco ball on the roof. I didn't even notice that. It only has two settings, I guess. A beep beep and a zoom. Alright, that's pretty cool, I guess. Alright, so let's dig into what we can actually get out of this thing. First, of course, what I paid. I got 3 items today. I spent $10. This one was $5. So let's check out what we can get for it. Alright, so, oddly enough, Jonesy down here, I just sold this guy. I didn't realize that it was a Fortnite guy. For whatever reason, I get a lot of Fortnite and Overwatch figures, and I don't play either game, so I think I just confuse them. But we got one in box, so I'm curious what it came with when it came out. So it looks like it came with one guy. It says it fits 10, but it doesn't come with 10. Inflatable balloon inside, which we have. The lights on. Okay, so Battle Bus, one figure, inflatable balloon, 4 rope pieces, which are these, I'm assuming. So we got the whole thing other than Jonesy, which sucks because I just sold him maybe a couple of weeks ago. And there's no way, I don't even think it came from the same store, but. Alright, so we got 60 of these for sale. Obviously, new in box is going to be top dollar. Ours works, and it has the balloon intact, so this one's going 36. This comes with like a remote control car, and not the balloon, it looks like, and not the ropes. So I'll just kind of ignore that. This comes with a glider, which wasn't included in the bus anyways. So it's people like offloading their Fortnite stuff. I didn't really know it became a toy series. To this extent, it looks like this is the pieces if you wanted to build fortifications. There's no lore to the game as far as I know. So, I don't know what you're even playing with exactly. As far as I knew, they just introduced already existing media into the game, and that was kind of the shtick. But it's also been around quite a while. Alright, so this guy with no balloons or figures is looking at 23. So I think we're mid-20s at any rate. 25 down here. Alright, so we'll go check sold listings on that. Alright, so this is inflatable works, everything here, 25 plus shipping. That one went for less than 19 plus shipping. And it had 2 figures. That's 52 with 3 figures. Incomplete. I don't know what it's missing. It looks like mine, so they might just be saying because Jonesy's not in it. Broken. In box. This one looks correct. Alright. So it's selling. 38 sold and 60 for sale is a great turnover. I think I will do... Just get a weight on it. I think I'm going to end up doing 15 plus shipping. Wonderful. Sit belt. Is that being a piece of cardboard? Because this is the highest end show on the net. Alright. What do we got? We got a bus that's just wide enough wheelbase wise, or it won't sit on my food scale that I used to do this. Production value off the charts. All right, we got gonna be 2.5 pounds. It's not an obnoxious size. Oh, yeah, so that's gonna be like $10. So yeah, if I sell it for 15 plus shipping, I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah, I think it'll go pretty quick. 38 sold, 60 for sale. I'll be the lowest, or at least lowest complete one. So, and I really needed to move because I've been buying way too many big toys just because it's all I've been able to get. So, this one I'm not even sure it's going to fit in my giant toy bin. So we'll have to figure it out. But moving on. All right, so now we have Disney Doorables. Mickey's Christmas Carol, 8-figure pack, still sealed. And if you are lucky, you can sometimes find a bonus figure. I don't quite understand how that works. Just some of them have a bonus, some of them don't, perhaps. So it's from 2022. 8 figures, 1 in 12 packed with a bonus figure. If you were slick and really cared, I guess you could probably weigh these and figure out if there was an extra figure in it. Of course, I only had one on the shelf and wasn't really about to be doing that. So this was $6. I used a half off coupon and got it for $3. So now we get the question of, so this is like a blind bag effectively, and this is, I wouldn't say new to toys. It's been going on for several years, but these blind bag toys sometimes are more valuable as the blind bag itself, and sometimes are more valuable parted out depending on if people are trying to collect a certain thing. But being as this is an 8-pack with the possibility of a single figure, I don't know if it's basically what I'm getting at is it worth opening this to see if I have the figure? So we gotta really dig into pricing on this, because it might actually be worth opening this on video, which would be really exciting because I've never done that, because I typically don't open anything I buy. Disney Doorables. And let's peruse. So 18,000 listings for Disney Doorables, which is odd because I've never heard of this, and I do a lot with toys. So I don't know if these are new, because this is 2022 and this is a new thing they're doing. Obviously people are trying to sell these. So we're going to knock that 18,000 down. We're going to do Christmas. Now the cool thing about Christmas, well, anytime Nightmare Before Christmas is in anything, it screws up your search parameter, because heavily monetized movie at this point, because it's a real cult classic. We'll figure it out. But anyways, so Christmas adds a variable to this with it being wrapped, because somebody could purchase this as a Christmas present because it's not opened and gift it to somebody in the holidays. Holidays are an absolute banger if you resell. So that adds a variable to me not opening it. But let's see. We got 668, but I can ditch Nightmare. And we have 211. Okay, that's reasonable. Alright, so we have Christmas pack new and sealed here, but it's a different one. So they've done this before. Mine's 2022. This one here is also different. This is an advent calendar. Series 7. So then we got the ones that come in this pack. So this is Oh, okay, Mickey's Christmas Carol. That makes more sense. It's the movie, but with Mickey Mouse. So that'll make these easy to find. We're looking for Ghost of Christmas Past and all that. All right, we got one here selling for 27. Still wrapped up. And we haven't seen any of the individuals from the set yet. We got another one for 42. And then we start getting, when you start running into these kind of listings where it's, I have all of these figures, just pick stuff, that usually tells you that this is like past the point of being valuable. Somebody started mass purchasing these just to do this kind of listing. It says from China, which is odd. But like we had another one down here. You just pick all the ones. US seller. So it makes it seem like they picked up. Okay. So we got our first individual one. Is he a mystery guy? Bonus figure Scrooge McDuck. So that's Scrooge in his jammies versus the Scrooge on the back in his top hat and all that. Actually, if you look at the silhouette, that is that. That's the bonus. So, okay. There's only one bonus figure. So we've determined the value of the bonus figure himself could be as high as $18. We got another unopened one, 36. We got another unopened one for 44. We're not seeing individual ones so much though. Just these Advent ones. All right. Let's go to sold and get an idea of, and find the, there we go. I have so much stuff in front of me I can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay, that's not the right one. I don't know why that says up to $300, but good on you. All right, we got Christmas Carol lot, but we're missing 3 of them. And the bonus if it's there. Christmas Carol lot went for $17. Unwrapped went for 28. Another unwrapped went for 27. Or wrapped rather. The Scrooge figure by himself, 16. So I'm gonna keep this wrapped. That pretty much answered that. The Scrooge, if the Scrooge was going for like $30, maybe I would open it because I could sell the 8, or I could sell all 9 as one set and get max profit. But it's really not worth busting it open because I could sell this whole set for quite a bit. Only 2 sold doesn't scare me because there's only 2 listed. So I think I won't have this past like October, I'm guessing. Which, if you're just getting into reselling, that's reality. You're not going to sell stuff next day. It's cool when it happens, but you know, I got like a sorting bin next to me here, and sometimes I pick out stuff that needs to be shipped before it gets into the big bins behind me where I work, and that stuff could stay there for years. It really just depends on what it is, what I'm looking to get out of it. But if you're always making money, it kind of doesn't matter. That's why I run this spend and profit thing here, because the reality is I dropped X today to make Y tomorrow. So as for pricing, I think we're going to do 25. Because it's very light. So I could do 25 in free shipping, and it's not going to be more than $5. And I paid $3 for it, so that's perfectly fine. I'll make about that after fees. Actually, probably more like that. All right, and one more toy to go. All right, so last one is a plushie, which I don't buy a ton of these, but in the store, it was the second store I went to today, and they actually had removed the toy section to move it because it had gotten too large, which is fine by me, but in doing so, they hadn't put anything out, so I hate leaving empty-handed. And where they moved the toy section to is now near this plushie bin that I never look in. So I started going through it. The thing that stuck out to me about this is it's corduroy, which is kind of an old school thing, but it's obviously not handmade. You do run into handmade stuff at thrift shops. You know, they give it away to find a home for it, but it has no real value because somebody made it. But obviously when you see like embroidered eyes and mouth, it's not handmade. So I thought that was interesting, and I felt that it was probably an older toy. I looked, and it's actually 2016. And it's a character from a book. So then I thought, okay, character from a book, but not from a show. So this is not going to be heavily produced. And it was only $2. So I thought, we'll take a shot at this. So I don't know anything about it other than looking on the tag, it said it's Nibbles the Book Monster from a book series. It's a English book series that came to the US. So it could be ready to blow up. But we only got 20 of them for sale. And they are all around 15 plus. Mine's in good shape. It doesn't look, some of these $50 is a bit out there. But yeah, it's like in the 15 to 25 range asking price. But I paid $2 for it, so I have no problem putting this out for a low amount. I will make money on it. So we got 41 sold, but 20 listed. That is spectacular. So these are going to move. It's just a matter of people. The desire for this isn't huge, but the supply is also quite low. So this one sold for 14, 19, ignoring the one still in the bag. Best offer accepted, but you could guess it's probably about 16, 20, 20, 13. So I'm not going to let it go for real cheap because it's going to move eventually, just with the amount for sale versus sold. There's not going to be any more of them, so I have no problem sitting on this for a while to get the amount of money out of it that I would like. I do have a plushie bin that I sold a couple of things. What did I sell? I forget. I opened it. I don't open it frequently because I don't buy them, and since Squishmallows really took a hit, I haven't sold too many of them either. So I'm thinking we're gonna go 17 with free shipping. It's very light. So I won't be the cheapest, but I won't be outlandish either. And in doing so, it will go. And not bad. I tried to do 3 times ROI, and I did that. Fairly simple stuff. I mean, the only downside is I have to package that bus when it does sell. The Doorables has to be packaged. This could go to bubble mailer, and it'll be just fine. It's pretty light, so not too bad. So once again, if you like reseller content and toys and Nibbler the Book Monster and all that, like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you're up to with if you're a collector, if any of this really hits it for you. If you're a reseller, if you're doing well, I always like to hear that. We're not competing with each other necessarily, unless you happen to live in rural New Hampshire with me, which would be kind of odd. But I like hearing success stories because, put quite a bit into this, and I like to know people are getting something out of it as well. Because I do. That's the idea, anyways. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.